and and I don't know what the heck was up, but oh yeah, I told you I didn't get sick, but I did get sick. So and I don't know if it was the altitude or maybe I got a little bit of dengue or whatever it was. I got to Arenal and I was okay, but feeling kind of spaced out. A little higher altitude there. Roads going in were nowhere near as dangerous as if I went to Monteverde, so I didn't go to Monteverde. So I get to Arenal, and it's the place with the volcano, and I get to bed, just staying at a hostel there. And the next day, I get up and I definitely feel weird and spacey, like my head just doesn't feel right. So, but there's a volcano that is really old, and inside the volcano there's a lake. And I was like, I'm gonna walk all the way there, I'm gonna hike up, and I didn't imagine the hike would be that tough. I was like, it's Central America, it's not the Andes, the hike isn't going to be super tough. So I walked there, and I think all in all, my total mileage for the day was like 16 kilometers, but the actual hike up to this volcano called Cerro Chato, which I don't really have any footage of. I have some footage barely of the sign for the hike, but it was ridiculous. It was like super steep, and it was pretty rainy in Arenal, and we hadn't cleared the rain season yet, I guess, by that point in Costa Rica. So it was really muddy, and like I was working my ass off. I had a huge fever, like my head was just like killing me. I was like, screw it, I gotta do it. So I went up, and then the descent, Carmen had told me, because he's done it before, he's like, if it's muddy, don't even try it. I was like, screw it, dude, I'm doing it. So like, the descent I didn't fall ever, but it was like real tricky getting down. And I get to the lake, and no glory because it's all fogged in. So there's like this lake in a volcano, but you know, I couldn't see the other side, so it wasn't too glorious. Then I have to go back up that crazy like thing that I just came down, and then back down. And remember, my legs in the descent were just like murdering my quads, and I was just dead. Like when I got back to the hotel, I was dead. It was like 16K plus like just really hard stuff, and I had a fever, and I was dead. So I went to bed, had a really basic day. I think the next day, there's a big volcano there, Volcano Arenal, and I went to like sort of this park and like walk. You can't walk up to it, but like walk around the base. It was kind of foggy. I got some footage of that too. You can kind of see what the terrain was like or whatever, right? And then I came back to my hotel, and that night I ran into some of the students from Escuela, the school in Tamarindo, and then I left Arenal, and I had my route planned out with Google, and everything was going fine until I got down to San Ramon, and then I kind of got a little confused, but I ended up going to this place like up in the mountains called Berlin. They probably pronounce it different, and that was amazing. I have footage of me driving and filming. So cool. It's like you're on this ridge line. It was just amazing. I was like, this is the best. And it was paved, steep stuff, but paved. I was like, maybe my car can handle this. So I come down this road, and I knew I was doing the directions right, as Google said by this point. Come down this road, everything's paved, it's all good, and then it gets to a gravel road, like a dirt road, and I still have to descend. I know I have to descend a lot to get down to the Pacific Beach area where I'm going to be staying. And I asked this guy, hey, can my car do this? He's like, oh yeah, 3 kilometers, no problem. So I go on this road, and about the first, kilometer and a half are okay, not good, but okay. And then the grade just gets really steep, and the road gets way worse. The road becomes like, there's like, if this is the level, there's like stuff that's like this high, and then over here there's like this high, I'm like not the whole thing, but I was like, I don't know if I can do this. My car was really low clearance, and I was just like, oh man. And that was the most stressful part of the whole trip, for sure. Like, I'm not lying at all. Like, I'm not lying. I drove 1 kilometer, and it was either 1 hour or 2 hours to drive 1 kilometer. I think it might have been 2 hours. Basically what I would do, and I'm not lying at all, the only vehicles I saw on this road at this point were Jeeps and motorbikes. I didn't even see any SUVs or anything. Okay, so I got my little Golf, Volkswagen Golf. And it's such a steep grade, so it wants to bounce because of the gravity. So like literally, I would like drive 3 feet, like 3 feet with my foot on the brake, like just like park the car, no kidding, park the car, get out of the car, study the way the next 3 feet of rocks were going to be lined out, plan how I had to get my tires so that the underside of the car wouldn't break, my oil pan wouldn't break. And like I did that, I can't remember now, it was either an hour or 2 hours to go 1 kilometer doing that. And I was sure I was going to destroy my car. There's one point I got to, this Jeep came by, and I was like, and they're like, you can't go back. You have to keep going. Like you're more than halfway. And I remember, and so by this time it was like, I got out of there. It was just getting dark, and I don't like driving in Costa Rica in the dark because there's like holes in the road and stuff. So I get down the highway, and it's dark, and I'm totally like, super freaking stressed. Which actually, that sort of cold, spacey headed thing that I've been having in Arenal, that adrenaline made that go away, which is probably to be expected, but it made it go away.